Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, T-Bone, from the LUNSB SHow with T-Bone and Chick Brew. It's Sunday. It's 10:30. It's time for the Supplemental. Ooh, they're spicy. That was a good one this morning. As you can see, if you just tuned in, while I was setting up, I left the microphone open, and one of our favorite people in the world has done nothing but provide beautiful inspirations. Just motivating me with his kindness and his giant, gentle heart, making me happy. And yeah, you can read the comments later. It's up to you. Or you can make your own comments. It's the Supplemental. Here's what we do on the Supplemental. Every Sunday morning at 10:30, we give you your national days of the week. Aha, you thought I was going to say it the other way, but I said it that way. Twist. We tell you about a community service event or a charity organization or some comedy event, or we try to mix it up. We put the good out there. We come in, we do your national days of the week for the fun, and then we put something out there, karma, and then we play a little game. We play a 7-question trivia question thingy called This Week in History, a trivia style. Now, I'm going to use a microphone. It's good that I don't have to use a mic, but I paid for it. I might as well use it. It's like going to an all-you-can-eat buffet. I'm going to get my money's worth, son. Interesting side note as we warm up to this week's episode and allow some of our friends who are clock deficient to clock in. Everybody's always late. Everybody's always on CP time. Comedy people. You racist. Last week, when I got done with this, I was in a hurry to be somewhere else. And I thought I shut everything down, and away I went. And when I left, I didn't turn one thing off. This. And for the next 6.5 hours, my chair sat here empty, staring back at you. Not that big of a deal. There was no ghost. There was no robbers. It was just an empty chair, 6 hours of an empty chair that got more views than anything else. No, I'm just kidding. The problem with that is it was a gigantic file. It was a very, very large file, and my poor little 10-year-old computer could not handle that. And it made editing a challenge. Just downloading it and into my editing software was a solid hour. Just to get it from the computer into the program was an hour. So we're not going to make that mistake again, ever. Don't do that. James, quickly, who in the family is watching along with you, if anyone? Can I count on some of my happier people to be there with you? Is the beautiful Miss Jessica, is she there with you? No, seriously. Who's listening in this morning? Anybody? Or is it just me and you, my friend? All right. Why does that pinned comment just take... It was good one time. I didn't think I couldn't get rid of it. All right. That's good. We're going to get her involved, too. Oh, I can't do that because that would tell you. I need to do this. I need to break that chain, and then I'm going to have to break that chain, and that should do it. Yes, you're seeing what I want you to see, and a little bit more, because I got the static shirt. It's not, it doesn't, what? How did that, why is that? Let's get it started. Well, Hey, everybody, it's me, T-Bone, from the LUNSB SHow with T-Bone and Chick Brew. It's time. It's 10:30. It's Sunday. It's time for the Supplemental. You got a little extra content there. Let's get it started with your national days of the week. Starting with tomorrow, Monday, Lunedì, June 23, the 23rd. Monday, June 23rd. It's National Permission Slip Day. Now, I can't think of a reason why any of us that are watching this now or in the future would need a permission slip. But because, and the reason why we do the National Days of the Week is we try to find a reason to celebrate every day. You are fortunate, lucky to be here and to live another day. Many, many people thought they were going to live another day. They didn't live another day. So we try to celebrate every day, and we take these National Days of the Week as an opportunity for some silliness, for some goofiness, and we have fun with them because life is fun. Oh, the kids shouldn't be up until 2 a.m. For National Permission Slip Day, none of us need permission slips, but who says we can't make one? Make a fun permission slip. Ask your favorite coworker if you can go on a field trip to an obscure location. I mean, take the time, take the effort, make it into a form, make it look like an actual permission slip. I'm sure there's fake permission slips available online. And ask your coworker who doesn't even have the authority to sign the permission slip to give you permission. Like, I don't swear in the office, for the most part, right? I don't use profane language in the office for the most part. Occasionally they slip because I know the words, I just try not to use the word. But what if, I got permission from an office mate for like 3 F-bombs to be used this week? Then I could use them with no guilt. What would your permission slip be? Think about it. Tomorrow, Monday, June 23rd, National Permission Slip Day. Moving on. See how I did that? I did the moving on. I pause, then I pause, then I look, read, look back, pause, begin. It's easier when I edit. Tuesday, June 24th. It's National, I like doing that, Unnecessary Apology Day. Now, this is a day I can get behind, son. I can do unnecessary apologies. I cannot wait to my friend Keith. I can't wait for my friend Keith to ask me, what day is it, Tony? Because he won't look at these. He'll never look at these. He's not on the ticks and the talks, and he's probably on the Book of Faces, but with a very restricted profile that only like his grandchildren can send him messages on. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm a firm believer he doesn't look at anything online except work. He's very work-centric. Work. And I'm sorry for that. And I'm sorry. I can predict tomorrow, June 24th, National Unnecessary Apology Day, that I will break records. I will give a lot of apologies. Probably start with Mr. Taney. I'll just go out of my way to make some apologies to him, unnecessarily yelling at him. Like when he's driving around with a camera, phone, thingy while driving, not safe. It was cool, but it's not safe. And I prefer safe over cool. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that last part. Oh, I'm just getting warmed up. I'm excited about Tuesday, June 24th, National Unnecessary Apology Day. Moving on to National... Wait. Screw that up. June 25th. It's National Office Plant Appreciation Day. I work in a massive office building, 500,000 square feet, and it's just a cubicle jungle. It's a cubicle jungle of jungleness, and there's people all over with their office plants that need to be appreciated. I had someone recently try to give me a bamboo plant. I don't know if you know, but bamboo is a delicious beer. Bamboo grows quite rapidly and can get very tall and heavy given the right conditions. I don't think they're going. I don't think it does well as an indoor plant once it becomes like strong and powerful. Me bamboo. My wife's office space, also a very large building, bunch of cubicle monkeys over there too. They like the what is it, ivy, the long stringy. Yeah, poison ivy. They grow poison ivy in their office cubicles just to keep the customers at bay. No, this long stringy thing, you know what I'm talking about. You got a little cup of water right here and a couple roots in it, and then the thing just goes on and on and on, and they spread it. It's a vine of some type. And I'm going to go over there, and I will pay an extra visit to my wife's office on Wednesday, June 25th. National Office Plant Appreciation Day. Moving on. I know the poster child for this one. It's Thursday, June 26th. It's National Over-Explainers Day. You know, you work with a chatty Kathy, or in my case, a chatty Chris, and it's just blah, 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 blah. They tell you the same story over and over, but they'll add like an extra element in it, like a license plate number that you didn't need to know. But it was important for them to explain that it was ZXY 321 was the license plate, Illinois. It was expired as of last month. He will give you those level of details when he is giving you his stories. He's an over-explainer, and he's a redundant he redundantly over-explains, and he is the poster child for the National Day of Recognition that is June 26th. Over-Explainers Day. Moving on. I have a poster child for this one also. It is June 27th. It's National Socks That Don't Match Day. Very funny comedian, single dad, Jesse James Martin. Wonderfully crafted joke about mismatched socks. I'm not going to tell it to you. You'll either have to watch it after he becomes rich and famous, or you got to go see him live. Look him up on the intranets, the interwebs. Jesse James Martin and the mismatched sock joke. I wonder if that would work. I don't know. Here is a life hack from T-Bone. And this is a great life hack, honestly. If you want to live like a rich person, do rich people things, okay? Here's a rich people thing that you can do for not a lot of money, but it's going to change your life. If we all do it, it's going to change the world, man. Go to your sock drawer right now. Well, after you hear the rest of these directions. Go to your sock drawer, dump it out. Dump it directly into a garbage bag. Dump it. Done with it. Go to the store. Buy yourself some socks. Brand new, good smelling, never been on anybody's foot socks. Get some of them socks, okay? And get them all the exact same brand. I don't care, Nautilus, Dockers, I don't know, all the exact same sock. Buy a couple of dozen of them. They come in pairs. Then go back to your now empty sock drawer and put those socks in the drawer. Now, never again will you have mismatched socks, because you only have one sock option. And when those socks die, and socks do die, and socks do go missing, no stress, because they mix with all the other socks you got in your drawer. And at the end of the day, when it's time to put your socks in the drawer, you don't have to match them up and pair them and put them together. You don't have to do any of that. You just put the socks in the drawer. And when you need socks, you go into the sock drawer and you pull out two. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It's It's that's a good one. I like that. It's a Friday, June 27th, National Mismatched Socks Only 'Cause You Choose To Day. Moving on. Requires a scroll. Gotta scroll a little bit. This is me, baby. Saturday, June 28th. It's National Awkward Hug Day. I don't need to over-explain what a awkward hug is. I can just tell you, if you're hugging me, it is. The only time you're going to get a genuine feel-good, oh, that's a great hug from me, is if you marry me. I'll give you those hugs. Or if you're in some type of pain and I care about you enough and it's all I can do. Those are the only two times I give good hugs. And I've been told, I got the teddy bear factor going on, I've been told I give good hugs because I know how to do it, all right? If it's a dude, it's the traditional hug, pat, 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 done. That's it. That's a greeting hug. It's okay. I can even make that awkward. But if you're married to me, you get the crack your back hug. Yeah, let me try to squeeze the life out of you hug. You get that one. You get the cracking of the back and the slow air escaping out of you. You get that hug, but you don't get it very often. And if you are someone I care about and you are hurting in a bad way and there's nothing I can do for you except give you a hug, I'll do that too. And I'll work real hard on not getting excited about physical contact with another human being, because that's what makes my hugs awkward. I'm hugging, and then my nose goes to work. I'm like, oh, that smells pretty good, and like, this flesh pressed against me feels nice. This is good. No, that's very awkward. That's why I don't hug anybody, male or female, doesn't matter. I don't do that. I don't do that anymore. I should be better at hugging now, because I'm a eunuch. It's Saturday, June 28th, National Awkward Hug Day. I am not seeing a lot of comments from the Tainies. Usually he's piping in, but okay. All right, no problem. Hopefully he sticks around for the trivia. Sunday, June 29th. It's National. This has got to be a floating holiday, too. It's got to be a floating day of recognition because it just happens to fall on Sunday, and it's National Brunch Regret Day. And if you've ever been to brunch and spent way too much money on being able to get a little from breakfast and a little from lunch, and you spent way too much money and it wasn't even the thing you wanted it to be. You go to a brunch to hang out with your gals, and dudes we don't do brunch. Unless it's like a Shoney's or Ryan's, all you can eat place. That's our brunch. Ladies, they go to brunch to have some mimosas and to rekindle old spirits and to pay $28 for eggs with some toast. Oh, a piece of salami. Yeah, I could get behind National Brunch Regret Day. It's a Sunday, June 29th. And that has been your National Days of the Week. Moving on works for me. It's a great separator. Moving on, pause, shows up very well on the... do you like to gamble? Are you a fan of the gambling? Do you like donating money? What about the animals? Do you like the animals? Here's what I'm going to tell you. what we have locally is we have a cash raffle. Okay? They're only selling 3,000 tickets. And out of those 3,000 tickets, you have the possibility of winning $15,000, $3,000, $2,000, or $1,000, depending on when you buy your ticket. Animals-our-us.org. They're doing a cash giveaway, a cash raffle. The best deal they got, tickets are $25 a pop, or you can get 5 for $100. That's a $5 discount per ticket. So here's what they do. They do this annual cash raffle. They raise a ton of money, and they give that money to a whole list of animal rescue organizations. Specifically, one that we have taken on board is our Cause Day Affair. No, there was a different phrase for that. Anyway, Speranza Animal Rescue is our Cause Day Celeb. There we go. And we're going to support Speranza Animal Rescue, our gambling addiction, and our desire to help. We're going to put all those things together, and we're going to buy some of these raffle tickets. Again, it's a cash raffle. The raffle goes all the way until October the 8th. There's only 3,000 tickets. They're going to do the drawing live. First prize is $15,000. Second prize, $3,000. Third prize, $2,000. And an early bird special, if you buy your tickets before August 30th, is a $1,000 special. You can go to a bunch of different locations, or you can reach out to animals-r-us.org. And then you can see a list of all the places where they're selling the tickets. You can actually buy the tickets by calling them and contacting them. But yeah, and you don't have to be present to win. So you can buy your tickets remotely. You can win remotely, but you can help a giant list of animal organizations in and around the greater Harrisburg metropolitan area. So you got $100 burning a hole in your pocket. The odds, 1 in 3,000, are not mathematically correct. It sounds good, but you actually have 4 chances to win in a 3,000 ticket pool. So mathematically, it would be like 1 in 1,333, 33, 33, 33. Yeah, with a line over the last 3. That's what you're. Yeah, those are good odds. I mean, no guarantee you'll win, but those are good odds. And separate note, if that math checks out, if somebody does that math and it checks out, it was just a lucky guess. I'm not Rain Man. I did not do the computations in my head and come up with the correct number, except by accident, should it be true. Again, Animals Are Us cash raffle, supporting a variety of animal rescue foundations in the area. So take them, give them a look, throw them a couple of bones, maybe you win. And if you win, 10% to the big guy. In this case, I'm the big guy. in most cases, I'm the big guy. There you go. That is our community comedy charity service note for the week. Moving on to our fan favorite portion of the show. It is time for This Week in History, trivia style. What do we do during This Week in History? Well, what we do is we ask you 7 questions. Oh, wait, there's a whole bunch of comments over here. How come they weren't showing up there? Give us a second while we try to catch up. Smorgasbord. Oh, yes, better late than never. Double up and split. The only thing I need is the ace of spades. What about $1 million? There's a lot of comments in there. Just don't wear socks. Wow, I apologize. I was watching, as you could see, I was watching that's on your screen. And my middle name is Danger. And I missed all these comments. A Joe Biden hug. That's funny. I'm not the only one. Socks are like kids. Sad. Just don't wear socks. Who do you think you are, Don Johnson? Give your office plant Fiji water. Why not? My middle name is Danger. If these comments come in when I'm saying things, I can react to them. But none of them did, so I didn't. big old chunk in my throat right now. I'm trying to shake. That's disgusting, I know. But it is, as they say, what it is. Sorry, I got out of order somehow here. All right, I'm back in place. I'm back in. Here we go. It is important I see your comments while I do this one. So let's take this screen and put it over here. And I'm just going to have to assume that OBS is doing everything in the background I need it to do. It probably isn't because I just switched things over. It didn't. See how easy I screwed that up? All right. Bear with me. I apologize. I will edit this out later. And this one, I want it to be this one. Nope. This one. Nope. This one. Nope. This one. Nope. I will fix this. I will fix this. I will fix this. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near, far, near, far? I put it back up on the thing. Yeah. And hey-oh, here we go. All right. Okay. That's good there. Come on, man. This is the one I need over here. I see it. I see it's wrong. Anybody wants to be my producer and come here and do all the stuff where I could just be the talent, okay? Where I could just do the crazy things and you do all of this. If you think you're qualified, I will pay you. All right. I feel, there we go. I love you too, Brian. All right, here we go. Moving on to This Week in History, a trivia style. 7 questions covering the previous week in history. And that leads us up to today. Yes. 7 questions. 7 questions from This Week in History. There is a delay, so I'm going to read the question. I'm going to delay in giving you your multiple choice answers. You're going to give me your answers either before or after I give you the multiple choice. And our goal together is to go 7 for 7. We want to go 7 for 7 because it really starts your Sunday off with a bang. If you are watching on TikTok, I apologize. Your comments are way down. Way down. Yeah, so what you may have to do on TikTok, if you want to participate, you should be on Facebook, but if you want to participate on TikTok, you'd have to put in your answer and then hit like period, enter, period, enter, period, enter, so it scrolls up a couple so I can see it. It's just the way it is, man. Don't get mad at me, all right? Hate the system, not the man. Here we go. Question number 1. June 16th, 1963. Who became the first woman in space? Orbiting Earth on the Soviet Vostok 6. I know the answer without even looking. I know the answer, and the answer's not here, but I don't need the multiple choices. Because her husband, Ralph Cramden, promised to the moon, Alice. Alice Cramden went to the moon. Not the answer we're looking for. Who became the first woman in space orbiting Earth on the Soviet Vostok 6? Here, I agree, she was probably Russian. That's a good guess. Here are the names to choose from. Was it Sally Ride? Was it Sally Ride? Was it Valentina Tereshkova? Was it Mai or Mae Jameson? Or was it Laika? Laika. Those are your multiple choice answers. Who became the first woman in space orbiting Earth on the Soviet Vostok 6? Was it Sally Ride, Valentina Tereshkova, Mae Jemison, or Latka? Looking over here at the board, so far only one person has answered with a name, and it is a name that was meant to be funny. It was not Amelia Earhart, but it's funny. I'll give you that. I can't just have dead air. I have to, Valentina, James pops in with. Okay, that's how you do it. You type in your answer, you hit enter, it pops up over there. Number 2, Brian's going with number 2. That works for me. I have to cheat just a little bit. You keep bringing in your answers. Roger with Valentina, I agree. We taped an edition of the LUNSB Show this morning, so my voice is right on the end of its capabilities. So let's get through this. I got Robert goes with Laika, James with Valentina, Brian with number 2, which is Valentina, Roger with Valentina, T-Bone, Tony also going with Valentina Tereshkova, because I'm pretty sure she was on Soviet Vostok 6. Moving on, question number 2, June 17th, 1972, the famous break-in that led to the Watergate scandal happened at whose headquarters? The infamous burglary that led to the Watergate scandal happened at whose headquarters? Jessica pops in with number 2. God bless you. A little late, but, still, I'll take your answer. June 17th, 1972, the infamous break-in that had led to the Watergate scandal happened at whose headquarters? Roger, first one to answer. Congratulations. Good job, Roger, being the first one to answer with the DNC, and he hasn't been given his multiple choice options yet. Here are your multiple choice options. Brian with the DNC, got 2 for DNC. Here are your multiple choice options. The White House, the DNC, the CIA, or the FBI. Democrats no count. He spelled out Democrats, but didn't know what the NC stood for, so just put the NC there. Again, these are your options to the question. The infamous break-in that led to the Watergate scandal happened at these headquarters: the White House, DNC, CIA, FBI. Those are your options. Woodward and Bernstein got deep-throated. Yes, they did. DNC, everyone is saying DNC. DNC. Run DMC style. I agree with you all. It was the Democratic National Headquarters. The Democratic National Committee's headquarters. As so perfectly portrayed in the movie Forrest Gump. Oh, they seem to have their lights out. They seem to lost their electricity. They're all using flashlights. Question number 3. I think we're doing good so far. I'm excited. Question number 3, June 18th, 1983. Who became the first American woman in space aboard the Challenger? 14 years after the Russians did it, America finally did it. Who did we get rid of first? Here are your options. Was it Judith Resnick? Was it Ride, Sally Ride? And remember, anytime you say Sally Ride, you have to say it that way. Ride, Sally, ride. What you gonna do with that Mustang, Sally? Was it Eileen Collins, or was it Kalpana Chawla? Roger's going with the teacher. James is going with Ride, Sally, Ride. Who's the first American woman in space aboard the Challenger? Judith Resnick, Sally Ride, Elaine Collins, or Kalpana Chawla? Sally K. Ride is the answer. She was a bit of a hero in her day, and that gymnast. Ride, Sally, ride, Jessica's going with. The only one that's going to get it wrong if he sticks with his current answer is the one who's thinking about the other woman. There he goes. All right, we are all in agreement. Did Robert pop in? Robert did not pop in. If you don't answer the question, you get it wrong. Not answering is a wrong answer. There he goes. Sally Ride. We don't take off for spelling. This ain't Jeopardy. I am in agreement with you all. So 3 questions in, we're all tracking. We're all saying Sally Ride. Here we go. June 19th, 1865. What holiday commemorates the emancipation of the last enslaved people in the United States? The teacher did get blued up. This is a trick question, and I'll explain why. What holiday commemorates the emancipation of the last enslaved people in the United States? This is June 19th, 1865. The options are Emancipation Day. That seems like a good one. Jubilee Day. That's a good one. Juneteenth. Or Freedom Fest. How cool would the Freedom... If they... Freedom Fest is generally used anytime we have like 4th of July celebrations, but how cool if they would have taken the correct date that the slaves in America was freed, January 1st, 1863, if they'd have taken the correct date and made that the actual Juneteenth and called it Freedom Fest. That would have been funny. All of you are saying Juneteenth. Yes. Juneteenth. Yes, it's Juneteenth. Here's another fact. The last slaves freed were not in Galveston, Texas. It was in Oklahoma. And another fact, those weren't the last slaves. We have human trafficking, i.e. slavery, still happening to this day around the world and in America. So yeah, it's a stupid holiday. I said it. I stand by what I said. If you want to celebrate the freedom of African American slaves in America, then it should have been the day that the Emancipation Proclamation went into effect. It should have been January 1st, 1863. But that didn't happen. Why? We already have a holiday on that day. I mean, you need holidays. What happened? Oh, I got a "Are you still here?" thing from the TikTok people. I am. I completed the puzzle. And we'll work on the sound. My kids claim they are slaves. That's funny. Indoctrination works. That is true. Should have just made it a Friday, easy 3-day. No, the Thursday was awesome. But man, did my weekend go fast. All right. So 4 questions in. We are all in. We will most assuredly hang together, I think it's called. Yeah. All right. June 20th, 1782. What national symbol was adopted by the U.S. Congress on this date? June 20th, 1782. You're going to have to make a decision here. Here are your options. Was it Uncle Sam? Was he the national symbol adopted by Congress on June 20th, 1782? 1782. Was it Uncle Sam? Was it the bald eagle? Was it the American flag? Or was it the Liberty Bell? What national symbol was adopted by the U.S. Congress on this date? Again, here are your options. Uncle Sam, the bald eagle, the American flag, or the Liberty Bell. Brian, first to ring in with the eagle. James Taney with the eagle. Roger LeCire with the eagle. I got a lot of people who think it's the eagle. Oh, the flag, he says. What'd I tell you about changing your answers, James? Can't change your answer. Blackjack, no trade back. I will allow it. Jessica, she goes with the eagle. Oh, a little tension in the family household there. Did we get one from Robert? Is he late again? God bless him. I am very, very parched, and I'm trying to cover it up with Chloraseptic. All right. Yeah, it was almost. All right. So on that topic, if the answer is the eagle, Roger is correct. It was almost the turkey. Ben Franklin wanted the turkey. Brian is going to go with the flag. And I am going to go with Brian on this. We finally have split pass. There is a divergence. Some of you could go 7 for 7. Some of you may not go 7 for 7. This is where we diverge. Question number 5. Everyone went with eagle except for Brian and me. We went with the flag as the national symbol. No trades. Oh, and James gets half a point. Maybe, depending on which way it goes. No, depending on his last answer. No mulligan. Are you taking him? Are you going to try to take a mulligan? You want to be... Now, you've had too much time to Google it. You stick with the answer you gave. June 21st, 2004. Only 2 questions remaining. June 21st, 2004. Spaceship One became the first what? Spaceship One. Kind of feel like the answer is right there in front of us. It became the first what? Electric car, baby carriage. Here are our options. Civilian-built spacecraft to, and this is important, to reach space. Privately owned weather satellite, electric jet, or Mars lander. June 21st, 2004, Spaceship One became the first what? Civilian-based spacecraft. I'm going to leave off the to reach space because that's more redundant than I need. Roger, first to pop in with spaceship. Privately owned weather satellite is another option. James pops in with spaceship. Electric jet was another option. I wish we could have kept that timing going where I gave an answer and then somebody popped in. Roger is going with civvy. You already said spaceship. You don't need to add civvy. I got you. Electric jet. Spaceship from Jessica. Mars lander. Waiting on you, Robert. He goes with Mars lander. And Brian, civilian spaceship. I, along with Brian and everybody except for Robert, another divergence, is going with civilian-built spacecraft to reach space. Actually, all of our spacecraft are civilian-built. I think that's a bad question. I think it's, civilian-financed and built, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Our final question. June 22nd, in the year 1941. Nazi Germany launched Operation Barbarossa, invading which country? Nazi Germany launched Operation Barbarossa on June 22nd, 1941, invading what country? Here are your options. Poland, France, United Kingdom, Soviet Union. Yes. Stop bending the cards, Robert. It's so funny. I love that phrase because it's true. He would always bend the cards. June 22nd, 1941, Nazi Germany launched Operation Barbarossa to invade what country? Poland, France, United Kingdom, Soviet Union. Brian is going with back in the USSR. You won't be getting too far. James is going with France. They invaded France. I am at the end of my vocal abilities right now, so I can't. I need your answers, and I need them now. Boop, 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 boop. Got to get me. Jessica, she's going with France. So I got an answer from Brian. I got an answer from James. I got an answer from Jessica. I got an answer from Robert, and he went with Leroy Jenkins. And Poland, Roger's going with Poland. That is everybody. It's 50-50. We know it wasn't the UK. They never invaded the UK. They only bombed the stuffing out of them. And we know it wasn't the Soviet Union because that happens much later in the war. It's down between Poland and France. Poland was the first people they invaded. I don't know why they would have called it Operation Barbarossa because they just kind of like walked in. And then France is like, please come in. Come, please. It's yours. Have it. Oh, look at our tower. James is I am going to go with Poland. Are you ready to find out how you did? And to brag to your family and friends on how well you did on the Supplemental's little history trivia quiz? The answers, please. I will now type into ChatGPT. And I now have the answers spinning in front of me. Here are the answers to today's questions. Number 1, we all answered correctly. It was Valentina Tereshkova. By the way, I hear Stolichnaya is going out of business. If you've got some liquor stores where they're selling it, buy it now. It is sure to go up in value. Question number 2, we all got correct. It was the DNC. Question number 3, we all got correct because it was, sing it along with me now, Ride, Sally, ride. Question number 4, we all got correct, even though they were wrong. It is Juneteenth. Question number 5 is the downfall of me and Brian. And half a point for James. No, a full point for James. If you get it wrong after changing your answer, you get a full point. Gone. The bald eagle was the correct answer. It should have been a turkey. It's tasty. Oh, man, think about that. Think about that. If they would have made the turkey our national symbol, we wouldn't be able to eat that amazingly delicious bird. Then again, we'd be eating eagle. Can you imagine what eagle wings taste like? They're like 6 feet long, man. I gotta have water. Question number 6, if you answered civilian-built spacecraft to reach space, which I think we all did, then you were correct. And question number 7, let me review the answers here. Give it to Jagman. Our friend Brian was the only one who got it right. The correct answer on number 7 was Operation Barbarossa was to invade the Soviet Union. Womp, womp, womp. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That is the Supplemental. It's a good time had by all. Thanks for playing along. I enjoy you every Sunday. I look forward to this. I'm looking forward to hanging out with old friends and new friends and playing around and goofing off a little bit. I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you're a great person today, well, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Brew sends her love. And with that, I will definitely turn everything off now. I'm going to turn it off, not like last week where I didn't. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you got it wrong. Don't get mad at me. 4? How the hell did you get 4, Robert? You got the last 3 wrong? You should probably just pay attention to us next time.